Guess what? We got finally after watching WandaVision, kind of like I ain't really trying to watch it, but then it got super good. We finally got that one, baby. Falcon and the Winter Soldier. And Disney, listen, I hate Walt Disney as much as the next person, but they ain't going nowhere. So I'm about to break down this first episode of Falcon and the Winter Soldier, and then I'm gonna give you what I feel about it, my predictions, and I don't know what else. It's just gonna be me talking about it after I give y'all the summary. So let's get into the summary, and then we're gonna get to some of my thoughts. So we start with the Falcon. We start with the Falcon getting dressed. He still has Cap's shield, and honestly, he looks pretty disillusioned with the whole situation. Cap's last words to him still echo in his head. The shield is yours now. We quickly fast forward to the Falcon back at work. His new gig is doing operational missions for the Air Force that only he can do. His goal today is to intercept a valuable asset named Captain Bass before they get him to Libya. He has a little bit of help from an Air Force ground support team, particularly an airman named Torres. And the mission goes okay. You really see the Falcon's growth as a hero. He takes down the ops with relative ease, so you know he's been training in the Avengers' absence, but nothing's perfect, and he damages his flight gear, but the mission is a success. Afterwards, Falcon and Torres have a drink. Falcon works on his damaged tech, and we get an explanation for the new ops. Post the blimp, it's a number of fringe groups that were developed during that time period of the 5 years where Thanos won. The one they're fighting today is trying to break all borders and get paid. This particular group is called the Flag Smashers. Torres is an airman. He's a little bit of an Avengers groupie, and so you know he has to ask, what happened to Captain America? Torres thinks that Cap's on the moon on some real Watchmen type stuff, and Falcon, he obviously knows the truth, and he tells him nobody's on the freaking moon, relax, and he heads back to America by way of DC. While in DC, Cuz gives back the shield to the U.S. government, and it's a whole show. He gives a nice speech at his museum where they have an exhibit for Captain America, and it's a ton of people, a lot of cool people. You know who else? You know who's some of those cool people? You guessed it, War Machine. Rhodey is in the mix, man. Shout out to Black Soldiers, bro. Shout out to Black Soldiers getting it together and chopping it up game because, what we up against. These people of non-color. You feel what I'm saying? But anyways, Rhodey and the Falcon and Sam. I'm going to say Rhodey and Sam because it's not the Falcon War Machine. It's just Rhodey and Sam. They dip off to have a little heart-to-heart. We found out that Sam's been back home with his sisters and nephews post-Endgame. Rodney asked the big question, why are you not Captain America? Why are you giving the shield back to the people who basically wants to use Captain America as a prop? And Sam is honest. Steve is Captain America. He's not. And that shield doesn't belong to him, and he doesn't feel right taking on the mantle. Rhodey gives him a very heart-filled, kind of Thunderbird-esque kind of little speech, if you want to call it that, about the new enemies, about the new ops that's out there for him, and basically telling him that, hey, I'm taking up Tony's spot, and you need to take up Steve's. Shout out to the Black Avengers, man. R.I.P. to King Chad, man. Chad Boseman. R.I.P. to the Black Panther. Bring Killmonger back. That's what we need in these streets. Anywho, we transition to the Winter Soldier, who is putting in work. It's long hair Winter Soldier, banger on deck, stabbing boys, chopping boys up, man. And he wipes out this entire intel team somewhere in some European country. And as we see him kill the last person, we realize it's just a dream. Yep, it's Bucky. His PTSD is active, and especially post-Endgame. He goes to the therapist to talk about what's going on. We then see that Bucky's been doing little missions, taking out people who are doing bad stuff post the blimp. He's taking out people selling information, weapons, whatever's bad going on, Bucky's stopping it. But as he does these missions, it triggers his PTSD and it makes him remember all the stuff that he did when he was the Winter Soldier. His therapist, who is also a veteran, tells him, hey, be grateful that you have your life back and that you have a chance to amend for your crimes because so many people do not get that chance, especially with the blimp. And then we find out that Sam's been reaching out to Bucky for about 6 months, which is really the time period between this and Endgame. But Bucky hasn't been responding back. Bucky low-key wishes that that he was back in Wakanda because he was able to be alone and be able to live in peace. But his therapist tells him that that's not really how you heal. You can't heal alone. You need to be around people who care about you. Being alone is really a disease, but Bucky, he thinks otherwise. Bucky then leaves his therapist and sees his own neighbor Bucky leaves his therapist and he catches his old neighbor Yuri arguing with another tenant. Bucky stops the fight and him and Yuri go out for a drink. He meets a nice, very attractive bartender and they go on a little bit of a date. It's implied that Bucky may be the reason why his old neighbor lives alone. While as the Winter Soldier, Bucky probably killed Yuri's son. And that is what's been triggering his PTSD fever dreams alongside with him doing little missions. We go back to Sam and he's in the boot. That Louisiana, baby. Yeah, he out there in Louisiana. I'm sorry. That was a terrible. I was born in New Orleans, but I've lived in Texas all my life, so no, don't even worry about it. Sam's in Louisiana hanging out with his sister and her kids. And they're having a little bit of a tiff. Their family business is pretty much under, and his sister wants to go ahead and sell it off. But Sam thinks otherwise. He can save it. He saved the world, right? Well, he helped save the world. So he can save his family business. But here's the thing. Sam's sister survived the blimp, and she knows that they can't afford the business, which is crazy. The world stops, and you still got capitalism out here beating the brakes off people. But anywho, Sam thinks that he can save it because he's a big brother. Like, I'll figure it out. But his sister's like, nah, bro, we need to save it. We need to get rid of it. And she's a little teased at him for basically leaving her alone to deal with the family while he was out there fighting terrorists and aliens and whatnot. But, that's family business. That's how it goes. We go back to Bucky and he's going on a date and he tries to, have fun, try to forget the past. But everything reminds him of all the bad things he's done. I know that. Okay, has it stopped recording? Okay, it's still recording. Yeah, like I said, man, Bucky goes on a date and he tries to, he hangs out with the bartender, tries to forget some of the things that he's done in his past, but everything reminds him of him. And we get a bit more information on Yuri, his neighbor, his whole situation. Find out that his son died and now Yuri's all alone. But like that flashback, it kind of shows that it's a strong possibility that Bucky's the reason why his son's dead, like I said before. And so it looks like Bucky is living by Yuri so that he can amend for what he did to his son. Because he has a whole list. He has Kill Bill. In Kill Bill, the bride had the list of people she was going to murk. Bucky has a list of people who's going to help because, real AA type stuff, The bartender gives a little bit more information on the whole Yuri situation. And yeah, man, we just see that this is another attempt for Bucky to make his amends as the Winter Soldier. We then transfer back to Torres, who is now doing some plainclothes patrol and around the area where they just finished that mission off at. And guess what? The Flag Smashers attacks. And there's a very kind young Flag Smasher who doesn't want to beat people up too bad, but he has to do his mission. Torres tries to stop him, but he gets washed. And they're really strong, crazy strong. Almost as strong as someone who has maybe the super soldier serum. We get back to Sam and his sister, and they're headed to the bank. The banker is another Avengers groupie, but he's not enough of a groupie to give the Wilsons a loan. So that, I don't know, for all my young men, young ladies out there, somebody's a groupie, just remember, they're a groupie for your fame, not for what you fucking need. So yeah, man, they did not get the loan. They head home. Torres calls Wilson to give them an update on the Flag Smashers. And as Wilson is listening and watching TV, he sees that the government has taken the shield and created another Captain America. And that, my friends, is in episode 1. All right, let's get to some of my thoughts. First things first. The Marvel Cinematic Universe is probably the greatest movie franchise that we've ever gotten. And if you don't feel like that, listen. And if you feel aggressive about that, let me know your location. You can't do it better than this, man. You got Captain America's proteges, both of them, trying to figure out life without their leader. Winter Soldier, he is a beast. He will wipe out a village and not even think about it. He will wipe out a country and not even think about it. But that was the old days. But remember, he still got those abilities. As for Falcon, arguably, he's probably one of the more important members of the Avengers. But guess what? He ain't got no powers. He just got some wings, a banger, and a computer, and he's figuring it out as he goes. And he's a black man. And that is very, 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 very important to this whole Avengers cake. Remember, if you read the Avengers, you know that being black in the Avengers is not always easy. Luke Cage couldn't become an Avenger at one point in time because he has a criminal record. And he is like the Hulk, but without the retardation. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, bro. It's super, 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 super important, man. And then he gets a chance to see War Machine, Rhodey, man. And Rhodey, though he's a black man, he's one of them dudes. He's one of them black dudes that's kind of, you know what I'm saying? He's up there. He's made a career for himself in the military. He's an official. He could be Obama one day. I'm pretty sure there's some storyline out there, a comic book series where Rhodey becomes president. And he's on the path. But he knows all that stuff's fake. That's not real. What's real is what we did to save this world from Thanos. And I know my partner gone. I know your partner gone. We have to step up. And the Falcon is like, I don't want to step up in the way you want me to. I can step up my own way. But as the series continues, we're going to see that someone's going to have to take up the Captain America mantle because the government will always be the government. They take the shield from this person who was given, the shield was given to him by Steve Rogers, Captain America. And instead of holding on to it, the Falcon does the right thing and gives it back. He gives it back to the people. And what do? The people who run the people, they freaking take it and make some type of mockery to make people feel better. You can't make people feel better with no mascot for the guy who's not here anymore. Are you stupid? But the sheep may go for it. You know what I'm saying? The people who's not going to watch this video, if they seen that Captain America, guess what? They be into it, which is very, very sad. But that's the reality we're in. It just is what it is. As for the Winter Soldier, taking away his powers, taking away the youth serum that he got to stay so young, Bucky is a wounded warrior in a world with nobody. But he has all these skills. He has all these powers. He has all these abilities that makes him the perfect weapon for whoever side he chooses. And right now he's trying to figure out whether he's going to choose himself or choose his state once again. And I feel like that's going to be the big separation between the two. Wilson is like really trying to find his version of the American dream, just like Captain America, while Bucky is trying to figure out what side is he really on, just like Captain America. And we're going to see it from two different lens points. See, we got all that crammed into Steve Rogers, which was great to watch on film. But the other part that is a little troubling is that our country is very, 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 very diverse. And if we were to continue with just the Winter Soldier as the main character and not dual main characters, we just get another story of a white dude trying to figure it out. But instead, he's missing an arm, but he has something to replace it. But no. Disney is going to make that simple for you. Disney's going to give you something real. You got this black guy who is more qualified than anybody outside of Bucky to be Captain America. And he doesn't want to take the mantle because he knows what that means. And guess what they do? They play with him like they always play with all of us. But guess what? You're going to need help because the Flag Smashers, they're on the way. They're on the way, and we've seen Torres knows now because his eye is black. You feel what I'm saying? He has a black eye from the Flag Smashers. They're coming, and they're looking for something. They're trying to build their arsenal so they can fix the world the way that they want to fix it. Because that's what it is, right? There's no bad villain in the MCU. Everyone has a mission, a goal to try to make the world a better place. From Thanos to Ultron to even Loki. Everyone has a goal to make even Killmonger. Everyone has a goal to make the world a better place. And are you making the world a better place for you? Or are you making the world a better place for everybody? That's really the deciding factor. That's what good to evil really is. Are you making the world a better place for you, which is some would say evil, or are you making the world better for everybody else? That's the side of good. And we're going to see this clash in this new Disney Plus series. Oh, my God, bro. It's sick, man. I was trying. Listen, I'm a veteran. I'm a black veteran. Because when I say this hit me, this hit me. So, listen, man, I'm going to drop it. I'm going to drop one every week, man. My gameplay may not be the best, but, hey, man, we cracking out here. We figuring it out, bro. But thank y'all so much for listening to watching. Listen, subscribe, like, comment. Tell me what you think about this first episode of Falcon the Winter Soldier, because it ain't stopping. The MCU ain't going nowhere. So either you get down or you lay down. But hey, I'm just joking. All right, I'm sorry. But yeah, man, that was the first episode of The Winter Soldier, man. Yeah, let me know your thoughts, and yeah, if you got anything for me, hey man, hit me. V's Dollar Theater, man. There's a link tree somewhere. Click on it. You know what I'm saying? If I get to 100 subscribers, we getting some hard shirts. So yeah, man, appreciate y'all so much for y'all time. Thank you so much for watching. Y'all have a good day. Deuces.